Welcome, Bronwyn. I'm really excited about this conversation today. We were talking just a little bit before I started recording about um, ketamine and the uses and all that stuff. So we're going to get into that. But go ahead and introduce yourself first, and then we'll get into that.
Hello, everyone. First off, Catherine, say thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're so
I'm
welcome.
so excited about the Empower and Elevate conference that's coming up like
Like
this
Friday, yeah.
Friday. That's coming up Friday, and I am so excited. It's one of my favorite events of the year, and I'm so honored to be a panel speaker as well as an exhibitor this year.
Yes.
So I'm super excited about that. But I just love the event so much because it's just amazing women who come together. What, over like 200 kick
Yes.
ass, brilliant women that are coming
Right.
together. And that just makes me so excited.
Oh, me too. In fact, I was talking with Marianne Reeves, who's our photographer for the event, and she was last time. And she was talking about, oh, do we want to use the photo circle again to upload photos? And I was going in and just kind of looking at some of them, and it was making me so excited for Friday. Just all the wonderful women and being able to be together again and how supportive and everything that just the community is for each other. So,
It
so
is a
tell us about
beautiful
your
community.
Conscious Ketamine Coaching Academy certification.
Yes. So I had my own personal experience with therapeutic ketamine now over 5 years ago. And it absolutely transformed my life. I was going through a rough period at the time where I found myself in extreme burnout.
Mm.
And at the same time, I was the target of identity theft.
Oh my
So
gosh.
a lot of my foundation was being rocked. Then on top of that, I got long COVID.
Oh
And then on
no.
top of that, was diagnosed with skin cancer. So it was like all these things kept like piling on me. And by this point, I had to let go of all my clients. Now, I've been a high performance coach and a success coach for over 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I was working with like 25 to 30 clients per week,
Oh
high
my goodness.
performing clients per week. And so at the time when all this came down, I found myself so emotionally, mentally, physically out of sorts that there were days that I could barely lift my head off the pillow. And
Wow.
I was, I sought out help from a naturopathic MD, and she was working on my physical health. But she very much was like, I get the sense you need some help with your mental and emotional health as well. And she recommended that I do what most people know to do, and that is conventional talk therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So I went, and being a high performer myself, I was like, I'm just going to nip this in the bud. Let's just jump in with both feet. So I registered into a program where it was like for 2 weeks, 4 hours a day talking to a therapist. And it was just like by the time I finished, just remember so clearly. I remember thinking, well, I feel better, but I'm nowhere near back. And
Mm.
then my naturopathic MD recommended that I look into some alternative medicines that are out there, including therapeutic ketamine. So I sought out a guide, and you have to know me, first of all. At the time, I did not drink. I, of course, don't do any drugs. And so this was a stretch. But by this point, I was so desperate. I was desperate to get my life back. And within one dose of therapeutic ketamine, it was like in one afternoon, my entire
Wow.
life shifted and transformed. And I got to see very clearly what was holding me back. And after months and months of me feeling, like burned out and all that, within one afternoon, it was such a switch. And I knew, and I was just like, I need to bring this to my clients. So
Yes.
that's when I did extensive and intensive training to learn how to bring therapeutic ketamine into my practice. And at the time, I was taking the class with doctors, nurses, therapists. There was no such thing as ketamine coaching. And
Wow.
so not only did I bring it to my clients, but I also created a brand new industry, which is ketamine coaching. And very quickly, I saw that I couldn't do this all alone because
Right.
the demand was so great. So I created the Conscious Ketamine Coaching Academy, and it is a certification program, and it is for healthcare professionals, for coaches, for wellness practitioners who really are incredibly skilled at what they do, but they're watching their clients take years to break through patterns
Yes.
that they can see so clearly. So it's like
Right.
they've got the training, they've got the tools. What they don't have is a way to really help them get out of help their clients get out of their own way fast enough to actually integrate what they're teaching them. So that's what
Yes.
ketamine assisted coaching does. So I
That
train
is so amazing.
practitioners.
That
Yeah.
is so cool. So how long does the certification process take?
So it includes a full course library. It's ten modules, but the most important piece really is the 5 day experiential retreat,
Oh,
where we
wow.
spend 5 days with the medicine. The students get to step in as the coach and actually coach a client, and then the next day they flip flop and those who were clients get to be the coaches.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
so they actually get to experience the medicine. And what is beautiful about it is it's very very deep. It's such
Yes.
deep work that not only are they learning how to do this for their clients, but they're transforming in the process because
Right.
they then get to be coached through their own experience. So
Yes. That's amazing. And then so did you created this academy, right? So you're the one that said, okay, not only do we need the book learning or the modules, but people need to experience this and be on both sides of it because I know as you're going through regular coaching certification to be, either a health coach or whatever, usually you do have that back and forth where you practice being the coach, you practice being the client, so that you have a partner, ship, and you get the feeling of both sides. And I think that's so great that you have incorporated that into your certification academy, because I would be hesitant, like you were saying, especially somebody that doesn't drink and I've never done drugs or anything like that. um, I might be a little hesitant to try that, or want to administer it to somebody, especially if I haven't experienced it myself. However, based on our earlier conversation, I probably have experienced it if I've ever gone to the hospital. Some dentists use it. So tell us a little bit about that. It's not something that is like brand new to the market or anything like that. This has been around for years, and medical professionals have been using it for years.
absolutely. It has been used for over 50 years. It's used in every emergency room in the country. It is
Okay.
on the World Health Organization's essentials medicine list. So it has a track record. It is safe. They use it for pregnant women, children who come into the ER, anyone who has just had something, um, horrible happened to them,
Right. Yeah.
gets ketamine. And what they started noticing around the late 90s, early 2000s was they started noticing that those patients who came into the emergency room who were given ketamine as opposed to maybe some sort of other pain medicine,
Hmm.
they started noticing that those patients were healing quicker, had a brighter outlook on whatever it is that
Wow.
happened to them, and also were getting out of the hospital quicker. And
Wow.
so they started going, something's here that it's helping their mental health and wellness. And after now 25 years of researching the mental health aspect, it is being called the biggest breakthrough in depression research in the last 50 years. So
Wow.
it not only helps with depression, but anxiety, PTSD, OCD, any sort of trauma. It is amazing and beautiful. And for those who don't want to be taking antidepressants or maybe have tried SSRIs, but they're maybe resistant to it in some way,
Yes.
this is such a beautiful, gentle, heart opening medicine. And that's why I love working with this medicine, not only for those who are severely depressed and severely anxious. This is for more, even for my clients who are more high performers. So,
Right.
as coaches, we're not trying to get anyone just to baseline, okay?
Right. Oh,
Because
yeah.
we're not trained to work with severely depressed or severely anxious, but we are trained to coach with high performers who maybe they're feeling stuck and they just
Yes.
can't get out of their own way, or maybe they're looping thoughts, looping over and over and
Yes.
over. So this is a beautiful medicine for those who maybe are experiencing high functioning anxiety or depression.
That's incredible. I had another question as we were talking. So you said that you felt a difference within the first time that you tried it. For somebody that is wanting to try this as a therapy, how many doses or how many sessions? And I know it probably matters on what it is you're addressing, but is it something that you're going to have to go through 6 months of therapy for, or is it something that you may only need a couple of sessions?
So the way I work with the medicine with my clients, it's one dose. One
Oh,
dose. That's
okay.
it. Because we do a really, really good preparation session. When they go into the medicine, they're very clear on what it is they want. They're clear on their intentions. I've coached them through it. So then when we're in their ketamine retreat, that we take up to 4 hours, even though they're in the medicine, maybe 90 minutes to two
Mhm.
hours, but there's just plenty of time. It's very relaxing and peaceful. And then that ketamine piece is only 10% of the process, because then we do 30 days of integration coaching support. That's
Oh,
where the
neat.
90% go. Because
Okay.
in the ketamine experience, they've gotten a glimpse as to what they want, what their future could look like. And then, as their coach, I help my clients create the roadmap to get there. So it's that 30 days of integration coaching support afterwards that is the most important piece of the puzzle.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's awesome. So it's not just here's a one-time thing and we'll see you later. You're helping them to actually incorporate the habits that they need to, or like you said, if they have looping thoughts, you're helping them to stop that loop and
Yeah.
be able to, nope, I'm not going to think like that anymore. This is who I am, or this is where I'm going. And I don't have to be thinking the way that I've always thought.
Exactly. And that's the beautiful part about the medicine, is that it activates your neuroplasticity. So new thought patterns, new ideas can enter in. It's like having a new fallen snow over your
Uh-huh.
favorite mountain. And maybe the day before you went down, and it's the same thing over and over, and it creates these ruts. But then ketamine comes across and just it's a new fallen snow. You can create all the new tracks. And so we as coaches, and I train on this, we work within that neuroplastic window, that peak, so that when my clients are making those changes, it's like surfing a wave, because you already have this momentum to
Yes.
make it happen. And then as their coach, I help them just really anchor it in their new thought patterns.
That is so exciting. And I am so excited that you saw that need um, and the demand for it. And you were just like, it's not out there. I'm going to start it. I'm going to do it. Because, there are so many. I mean, we do have, and I don't know if it's just the communities and things that I'm in, but a lot of coaches that want to be able to help their clients reach their goals or get out of their the stuck state that they happen to be in, and be able to really have those breakthroughs that are lasting. And so I just think that is so exciting. And so how many people are in like a cohort at a time?
It could be anywhere. It's a very intimate group, and they could
Right.
be anywhere between 10 and 14. I
Oh,
like to
okay.
keep it small because we're doing some very intense work.
Yes.
So the retreat itself is, yeah, around 12 people. Um, and then what's beautiful is they have the entire course library. And again, it's broken up into 10 topics, but
Hmm.
everyone gets to go at their own pace.
Oh, that's
And
great.
on top of that, I offer every week, every Monday at 3 p.m. Arizona time, live office hours. So the whole community gets together, no matter what cohort they were in. I'm about to run my fourth cohort. So,
Wow.
no matter what cohort they're in, we all huddle up on Mondays at 3 o'clock. I'm here to answer questions. I bring in guest experts. We practice the coaching, and it's just really awesome. So it's not the type of thing where you buy a course online and then you never see
Right.
anyone again. It's
Yes.
not like that at all. It's very hands-on. There's a beautiful community of health and wellness practitioners who are serving with the biggest heart, and that really, really want to make an impact in this world. And they are doing it. They
That
are
is so
absolutely doing
exciting.
it. And there are, hypnotherapists who I've trained, doctors, nurses, um, licensed massage therapists, health coaches, weight loss coaches. I mean,
Oh, wow.
anyone, Reiki master, EFT practitioner, so
Hmm.
tapping.
Yes.
It can be anyone with a big heart to serve, and they see that there's a gap, that
Yes.
something is there. I've been a coach for over 25 years, if this helps to put it into perspective. And I've seen it all. I
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
what I have seen over my 25 years is what used to take 9 months to a year to 15 months to make a transformation, I
Hmm.
am seeing now in weeks.
Wow. That's incredible.
It's true. And my students are all seeing that as well now. Like they're using this medicine, and using it on their clients that were just not moving forward. And now with this, it's like, and their practices are thriving and taking off,
Oh,
because
I'm sure.
ketamine is such a unique thing to offer that those who are searching for it are able to find it.
That is so great. So, how can people get a hold of you?
The best place would be on my website. It is ketamineassistedcoaching.com. and go to the tab that says Get Certified, and you can book a 30-minute Zoom call with me. I also am on email, bronwyn@bronwyndavis.com. So I'd
Awesome.
love to have someone email me too. Um, but
Yes.
I
It's
just
just so
really look forward to
fascinating.
meeting those who are really, really serious about making an impact
Oh, that's fantastic.
with their clients and in making an impact with the mental health crisis that we are in.
Oh my goodness. Yes, we are. That's for sure. Well, I am so excited for Friday and grateful that you're going to be on the panel discussion and so grateful for you participating again. I just love seeing your face. One of my favorite pictures from the last conference was the one of you. And I don't know who caught it or whatever, but the whole audience is listening. All of a sudden you see you and you're waving and it was just perfect. So anyway, I'm so excited. We're going to have such a great time on Friday. If you haven't gotten your tickets, you can still get tickets at empowerandelevateconference.com. And if you use the promo code EMPOWER, you can get $10 off the ticket price. So super excited to see you on Friday. And thank you so much for taking this time with me, Bronwyn. This is just so fascinating.
Thank you so much, Catherine. I love what you are doing with the Empower and Elevate conference and with it being in a new venue.
Yes, it's
And there's
so cool.
so many new and exciting things coming. And I cannot wait for Friday and to see everyone, to meet everyone, for lots of hugs, and it's going to be a lot of
Yes,
fun.
it will be. Thank you so much.